those things. So, want to shut the music down here?
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Copyright. Oh, no, we don't have ads.
Doesn't matter.
Because we only have 40 subscribers.
Does that mean we can do whatever we want?
Yes.
We should do whatever we want.
Welcome to Double Dads, episode 11, where me and Jimmy silently react to all the Lord of the Rings movies. Because...
And do whatever we want.
Because we don't have monetization turned on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude.
Since we are not monetized, we can do whatever we want.
Do whatever we want. So we're going to talk about video games.
We are the freest people on YouTube.
We are the only trustworthy YouTubers.
Yes. We are not getting paid.
Nope.
So
this was all out of pocket. Welcome to episode 11, where we have our welcome to low budget episode 11. It's been a minute. Again, we'll get into it, but
it has been a minute.
Oh, I guess it hasn't. Well, honestly, it hasn't. It's been like 2 weeks since we uploaded, but it feels like forever because, again, we've been
so
busy.
Much has happened.
We've been busy. We recorded right after Christmas, right?
We did. We had a Christmas episode, which was we recorded it. What was it?
It's like
was it Tuesday?
I don't remember.
Or was it?
It's like between Christmas and New Year's that week, whatever that week was. So since then we had New Year's, and then we had my sister's wedding this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of prep for that because we were not like directly involved, but our wives were very involved. Like,
right. Your wife was a bridesmaid.
Yep. And
she was sister.
Right.
Of your sister.
Yep. It's her sister-in-law getting married. So she was like, you could probably see a balloon behind me still because we hosted a shower and a bunch of other stuff were hosted at my house here. So I was like on the sidelines with the baby, like, like
good job,
helping out, and then like watching the kid and
doing my part.
I think you were in a similar boat because your wife did flowers and a bunch of stuff.
My wife was a bridesmaid, and my wife did the flowers for the wedding, and I had the 2 kids, and it was busy, very busy. It was
fun though,
and freaking cold, bro.
Really cold.
Yeah,
it was really cold. It was wind chill. With wind chill, -25.
Yep.
On Saturday.
And they took wedding photos outside.
They took, yes.
Morons.
Yeah, I know. I know. That was a bold decision. I think.
Wedding photos are important though. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah. It's once in a lifetime thing.
I understand.
I also was not in a dress in -25 in the wind.
Pregnant.
Yeah. There were some of the bridesmaids were pregnant.
Yeah.
And everyone's okay though. No broken or lost toes.
Yep.
No serious injuries.
No hypothermia? Permanent hypothermia.
Yeah, some mild hypothermia, some chills.
Mm-hmm.
Some chills that night. But it was still fun either way. Yeah, we were like, I was warm and inside, but I had the baby. It was kind of funny because you were the same way. You had the kids. I was watching the kids because both our brides, yes, both our wives and our brides were bridesmaids. And then, so during the wedding and the reception, we're both just like, holding the kids or had the family helping out. And there was a couple other guys in the same boat. There were 2 other guys.
Your brother?
No.
Eric?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I met with like infants.
Oh, sure.
Or like 2 or younger. Like, my nephew's 5. And so he was able to kind of just walk, like
fairly self-sufficient.
Yeah, he's fine. He just kind of played with toys or whatever. But me and 2 other guys there had like 6-month to 12-month-old babies. It was kind of funny because we were like, I don't know. I had my first moment where I'm like bonding with a dad. I don't know because we have babies the same age. And we're both like, hey, you also have a baby. And then like we had like a meeting of the babies. There was like 3 6-month-olds all holding their hands, like laughing at each other.
Oh my goodness.
The dads were like, this is the best. And Liam got to, my son he's 9 months old, got to flirt with one of these other girls. She was like 7 months old. He's like holding her hands like, it was really funny.
You'll see that again
I know.
when he's older.
I know. Like this could be the same thing when he's 22. Anyways.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a unique experience.
Good wedding. They got married.
Yep. was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I got to like kind of run the reception. I had the mic. I was doing, what do they call that? MC.
Yeah, you did great.
MC, which
Really
is
good.
pretty easy, but so it's fun to be involved and kind of help out. Me and my brothers all gave a speech because it's, you know, first sister getting married off.
Only sister.
First and only sister getting married off. So all of us guys got up and said a little something and were involved in some capacity. So it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah. And so you had your neighbor was a part of a live band for the wedding too. That was super cool.
Well, my parents' neighbor. Neighbor growing up was playing live music. Dude, he played
so good.
I know, it was really good. It's kind of like a folks. I'm trying to describe it. Like kind of a folksy band, but not really. Like they were playing like 70s rock, like pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
But they had like a guitar, a piano. They had a bass guitar, I guess, and then like the cajon, like the box you tap on, box drum, and the melodica, dude.
Is that what was in his mouth?
Yeah. He had like the breath powered a keyboard thing.
Oh my goodness.
And my dad specifically requested, oh man, what's the song? It's on my liked songs now because it was so good. I went and found the real version, not like the cover.
Yeah.
Come Sail Away by Styx from when was that made? 1977.
Oh my god.
It's just like some classic rock and converted to a melodica and a piano. It was pretty fun.
It was so good.
Apparently my mom did not know that song was going to play, and it was like, you know, it was a heavy metal song.
Was she offended?
I don't know. I don't think she was offended, but maybe a little embarrassed.
Maybe, was it like, were they playing like love songs from her era when she was young?
Yes, that's totally what it was.
Let's go.
They jammed out in like the sedan, like driving on the countryside to that song.
Your dad and your mom were having like flashbacks just then.
Totally. I've never seen I was like teasing my brothers because we've never seen my dad like just vibing to the music, because he's pretty reserved when it comes to like musical taste, like kind of in some ways.
Yeah.
But I rarely see him like jamming out to tunes, and he was like fully like jamming out to this classic song. It was pretty fun. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of like rekindled my fire for old classic rock, man. I've been listening to a lot after that. I went and found that song, and that like started a whole rabbit trail.
Yeah.
Going down like all the 70s classic music.
I've never gotten into that genre.
I'll send you.
But I was never introduced to it.
So. I'm gonna send you a few.
Send me a few.
I'll send you this "Come Sail Away" song, and you might be feeling it, man. I was feeling it.
I was actually feeling it. I went and danced with my daughter on the dance floor.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's so funny.
Even though we weren't supposed to dance.
Yeah.
The church was like, no dancing allowed.
No dancing, but you know, yeah. We're supposed to have joy in our hearts.
That's right.
I think dancing's part of that. I saw nothing wrong with what you did. I'll stand by you in court.
Yeah. I didn't want to go back to that church anyways.
Yeah, I'm never going to be here again. Oh. Fun stuff, man.
Yeah, it was good.
Besides that, Liam, my boy, has been crawling all over the place. He went from before Christmas, he wasn't crawling yet, to now on the other side of Christmas. He's like full speed crawling everywhere he possibly can.
He's down.
Yep. And so that's been fun, because he's starting to like get into stuff, and I'll suddenly hear him I'll hear him like playing and like toys like clinking around or whatever, and I'm in like the other room, and then I'll hear it stop. And I'll just hear and I'll hear nothing. I'm like, he found something. I don't know what it is, but he found something.
Yeah.
And usually that means he's like in the bathroom, crawling behind the toilet, or like, or he's like
licking the toilet seat.
Yeah. Oh man, we've avoided that so far. Yep. But the bathroom is like off limits. So anytime the door's open, dude, goes straight for it. And he's like, and like goes in. Oh, it's so funny. They know, dude.
They know
what they can't
they
have.
Instinctively have like the grass is greener on the other side.
Yep, dude.
Like,
yep.
They're born with it.
Free will, man.
Yeah.
We got free will to make our own mistakes. And if you doubt that, go watch a 6-month-old who's told not to do something and understands that you can't do it.
It's true. They understand.
And then the guilt if I like catch them. It's and they're like, ooh.
I know I'm not supposed to be in here.
Oh man. But so that's been fun, and it's been mostly good because he's been able to, well, you know this, you went through this with your kids, but he's kind of able to entertain himself.
So nice.
It's like that like month of time, like before they can crawl, but they want to, is so frustrating for everybody. Because
is he sleeping through the night?
He's up like once or twice.
Does he wake both you up or just like Hannah normally?
If usually just Hannah
Nice.
wakes up for that.
Nice.
That's kind of our arrangement since she's stay-at-home mom, full-time, work full-time.
Yeah.
She's like, during the week, I'll take baby. So I'll pitch in during the weekends and stuff she needs to do. But
it's fair.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade.
There's plenty of other things that I have to do around the house or for the job that she doesn't want to do. And so we've struck an agreement.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, part of a healthy, happy marriage is to have expectations set,
Yeah.
So that's something we tried to talk about before he was even born. Like, what's this going to look like at 4 a.m. when I need to work in 2 hours? And, do I need to help? I can. What if we do?
Right. Yeah.
What else you get
I remember with both kids. If the baby woke up, it was my job to go get the baby, bring the baby to Sarah.
Sure.
Sarah would feed the baby. Then it was my job, since she was so tired and wiped, to take the baby, get it back to sleep, and put it to bed.
Yep.
And oh my goodness, it happened, like 2 to 4 times every night?
Yep.
Like on the regular for
a year?
For like, oh yeah, because longer than that, because I had Ethan, and then 14 months later I had...
That's right.
Wait, no. 11 months later I had Evie. So for like 2
Yeah.
years straight, I never was able to sleep through the night.
Oh,
like,
dude.
fully.
Oh, man.
So I remember telling Sarah, I was like, I just want one night where I
Can
sleep the whole way through
uninterrupted
and wake up with no alarm clock, just like on my own. Like my eyes just open up and I'm awake, Bro.
Magical.
It's so nice when they can sleep all the way through.
Yep. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's good for you. Like, I'm proud of you for doing that. It's not easy.
So tough.
It's not easy.
No.
But
I grew to love it, Like,
yeah. Well,
it was such a bonding time to like get the baby back to sleep.
I totally get that.
Like I would just stand in the hallway and like hold the baby like this and bounce and kind of like rock, standing up, and like I'd be half asleep, like my eyes would be closed, and I'd just count. I could tell if the baby was sleeping or not, or I'd look and see, and I'd count from like 20 to 0, like 50 times until the baby was asleep. Just trying to like keep myself awake too.
Yep. Keep your brain active a little bit.
Yep.
Good idea.
Check every 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. You got to keep something to have like a strategy.
Dude, it was nice.
I get it. Even though like I'm not up much with Liam at night.
It's so painful, but you know what? Like, I'm looking forward to it with our next child.
Yeah, it's part of the, like, dude, having kids is not easy, but it's really rewarding. And because it's really hard, it's like, I had a little bit of that, like.
And you love them so much. It's like, if you have like a passion project that you're working on, like, it could be really tough, but you like love it so much and you keep doing it,
No matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's good. I had a little bit of that. You talked about just like bonding time and looking forward to it. I had that with, like, we talked about that wedding. I kind of had that with Liam at the end of that. It was really, really hard for me to not like have him the whole day.
Yeah.
Like we got to the wedding and our sister-in-law, Abby, she's like, I'll help watch the baby. Like you just like enjoy the wedding. I missed him. I'll watch him. I'll feed him. I'll change him, all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. Sure. And I was like so weirdly nervous the whole time. So I'm like, where is he? Is he okay?
Right.
Is he good? Maybe he pooped. Maybe he like I was so like stressing out just because he was all
somehow crawled through the door into the outside air,
He's getting bigger. Is he stronger than her now? It's like, can he just run away? No, not really. But it was weird because all I did for like 2 days straight was just watch the baby, and like all day long, that's all I did because Hannah was off doing.
Did you take any days off for that?
I took 1 day off, the day they did the shower, just because Hannah was doing stuff literally morning until like midnight.
Yeah.
And so the whole day I was nonstop baby, like, I had the baby the whole time. Yeah, I did not expect that. I didn't expect to be like that. It was like a whole new level of attachment just because of how much time I had spent with him, which gave me a little glimpse into like Hannah's life as a stay-at-home mom, or even your wife's life, like every day, all day being with these kids. Like they have an attachment that goes even beyond ours in some ways.
Yeah.
It's like, I love my son to death and I love spending time with him, but I think that's a little bit of a different connection. And so, I don't know, it gave me some perspective that I never even thought about before.
But like, even with Sarah, and I'm sure this will happen with like Hannah too. Like, if you want to go on a trip with just Hannah, she'll be like, I don't know if I can leave the kid alone for a week. And it's like, what are you talking about? You've been morning and night, like with this kid. Yeah. Basically, the kid hasn't like not touched you for like 2 years, a year, you know? Like, don't you want like 1 week to just be free? Doesn't that sound so nice? And like my wife's like, no, that sounds like terrible. Like, I'd be thinking about the baby the whole time, like nervous that like, I don't know, he's in trouble or something. And I'm like, you're weird. I wouldn't even think about the baby at all.
Well, I think guys will like, we can detach ourselves from things a little bit easier. Like, I don't know.
Compartmentalize.
It's why we can like suffer through like a sucky job for a while if we need to, you know, like we can just disconnect our emotions more than
just turn the brain off and just go.
Just do what needs to be done.
Yep.
And not think about it, you know.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So anyways, yeah, man, that's we've never had a break like a week-long vacation where like we had a babysitter. It'll probably happen eventually, but it'd be a weird thought.
Yeah. Well, we're available as sitters.
Sweet. So are we?
Yeah.
It's really nice actually having family around so we can swap babies.
And like close by too.
Yeah. Trust.
Yep.
And for free.
And for free.
Dude. We have our first vacation coming up in 3 weeks.
And you're bringing the baby.
We're bringing the baby.
Yes.
But first plane ride with the baby and first vacation with the kid. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. We got direct flights, so it'll be
perfect.
Nice and easy. Going to the warmest place we could find. So a couple hours in the plane though.
Sahara Desert.
Yeah, exactly. It is Death Valley. No, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit nervous for the first plane ride.
Do you have any plans while you're there? Or are you just going to kind of hang out around like the house and like the neighborhood pool and lazy river and stuff?
I don't think so, because it's hard to like.
Sure, you're going to go to the ocean at least once, right?
Yes, ocean. We have like a fancy dinner planned. We're gonna go to a steakhouse.
Nice.
Get some steak.
Steak, not seafood.
There are seafood there too if you want it, but I don't like seafood very much.
You don't like seafood? Have you had lobster?
I have.
Do you like lobster?
Not particularly.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't know. It's just not something I never had seafood growing up. Hardly ever.
I was scared of lobster because I thought it'd be like have a weird like fishy taste.
Oh.
And it doesn't.
Maybe I had bad lobster.
Maybe you get like a bad lobster at like
bad lobster because it was pretty fishy.
A sketch restaurant. But
I had Red Lobster from Red Lobster. So it wasn't sketch. And I think it's just me.
But is that Red Lobster though? Because Red Lobster is like a chain.
Yeah, it's the Red Lobster chain I went to.
Yeah,
which apparently is good. I don't know.
You should go. There's
maybe I need like a fresh
in Cape Coral. There's a restaurant we went to last year where they catch the lobsters like every day. So they're like super fresh lobsters, and they cook them there. And like, they're so good, bro. They like baste them in butter and like.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Lobster tails.
Maybe I'll give it a try. Go to where was that?
Cape Coral.
Cape Coral. Maybe I'll try it.
I should yell at Sarah.
Where is that place? Yeah,
I'm going to actually.
I'm just
Sarah.
He's gonna go figure it out.
What was the name of that restaurant where we had lobster tails at in Florida?
For whatever reason.
Twisted Lobster.
Twisted Lobster?
The Twisted Lobster.
Okay.
I didn't even need to ask her.
I'll check it out.
I just remembered. It's Twisted Lobster.
Okay.
Get their lobster tails. For real.
I'll check it out.
I think they have like specials during the week where you can get like extra lobster tails.
Maybe I'll give it a try because I'm open to trying it, but I have tried seafood many times and the people who give me the seafood have been like, this is the one. You need to try this one and then it will be good.
Sure.
I've never been like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
I love some fish like red snapper, like whitefish, very like simple fish. Salmon, I love salmon.
Yeah.
Um,
this is it. Look at that.
See, that doesn't appeal to me. Like I don't. Who are you? I don't know you.
Dude, this place is so popular though.
Yeah.
We had to wait for like an hour to get in.
Dude, okay.
For real.
Yeah.
We went there, we got our little buzzer disc, and they're like, it's going to be an hour. So we like went across the street to TJ Maxx and like shopped and then came back.
Perfect.
But this place, it's hopping. Sarah and I went there twice last year. So
maybe I'll go check it out because
good.
Hannah loves seafood.
Well, maybe go there and like
I'll try something.
Have Hannah get it and then like see if you
try some of hers.
Like some fresh.
That's a good idea.
Homemade, non like
closer to the sea.
Wasn't packaged ever. Wasn't frozen ever.
Not in the Midwest.
Yeah, like was barely put in a refrigerator. You know.
Sounds like a
Twisted Lobster. Okay. Check it out if you're in Florida.
Okay.
5 out of 5.
I'll check it out and give you my response maybe.
Okay.
I just am really sensitive to the fishy taste. If it's fishy in like the slightest.
Me too. And this was not at all.
Okay. Yeah. Like I've never had a shrimp that didn't taste fishy to me.
Really?
And the other people eating it were like, this is the best shrimp. It's not fishy. And I was like, I taste it.
Are you talking like deep fried, like
glazed,
or
like basted in butter, and like everyone's telling me like this shrimp is amazing and doesn't taste like fish. You'll like it. And I was like, tastes like fish.
Maybe it's just your palate.
It's like genetic.
Like, I don't know. Some
people
used to it. Just have different tastes, you know?
Yes. I'm trying to understand it because I should like it. And I'm like, it looks delicious.
Yeah.
It's covered in butter. Like, what's not to like?
Well, like with me, like I can hardly eat like whipped cream.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
I can have like heavy whipping cream in my coffee.
Sure.
Love it.
Okay.
I like whipping cream in things. Okay. But there's eating like heavy whipping cream as like
on top of a pie or something?
Dude, it's like I like want to gag because not because the flavor is bad, but because it's so like rich that it almost makes me like gag.
Weird.
In a really weird way.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's just a palate thing then.
Yeah.
We're all a little different.
Right.
Yes.
Squash makes me gag.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't mind squash, but doesn't make me gag.
Right. But I can eat split pea soup.
You're broken.
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to think of food that makes me like actually gag. Like I can't put it down.
Black licorice. Salted black licorice.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
No, it's so good. See, palates are different.
Salted licorice?
Maybe you have
you don't want squash?
Salt deficiency.
But you'll have you'll have licorice from like a salt mine.
Oh yeah. It's so good.
You are deficient. It's a mineral deficiency.
What is that brand? Dutch licorice, I think.
Maybe I have a mineral excess. Like I have too many minerals. I don't know. Maybe I have too much lead content in my body, and so I can't eat fish.
Yeah.
Too much mercury? Oh, it's mercury. That's
mercury poisoning.
Too much mercury in my body.
You like salmon, though?
I love salmon. It's like my favorite food ever.
Walleye?
Yes. Fresh fish all day long, dude. No problem.
Well, maybe you just need a fresh piece of lobster.
Maybe. And like I went to a couple years ago, we were in was it Miami or Tampa? Tampa, Clearwater Beach in Tampa. And we went to a seafood place and I got like a breaded red snapper. Loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So there's certain things like crustaceans. I don't like crustaceans. Lobster, shrimp.
Is it because of like the poop on the back or like the little legs, or is it just like
flavor.
the taste?
Just flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I've just discovered what I don't like. It's crustaceans, man. I forgot that's. Yeah. Huh.
It's like its own category.
Yeah. So I'll eat a fish any time of the week, but scallops. Not a fan of scallops.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Clams.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Nothing with a shell.
Herring? Do you like pickled herring?
I don't know if I've ever had it. Maybe I have.
There's a restaurant up in northern Minnesota where you can like catch fish on the lake.
They sell blue herring? Blue herring?
Blue heron? The bird?
I'm losing my mind. Sorry. Keep going.
You can like catch your fish on the lake, walleyes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Bring it to the restaurant, fish, and they'll cook up your fish.
Sweet.
Dude, I kind of want to do that.
That sounds nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you get to fish, but then do they clean it for you too?
Yeah. You
Nice.
just bring them the
It's
fish.
like the worst parts of fishing.
Yeah. For real.
Take it to them. That'd be fun. I'll do
I
that.
don't think it's cheap. It's more of an experience instead of like, you're not getting a discount by bringing your own food.
Okay.
You know?
Oh man, I want to try this next time we go, but there's a spot we go camping up north, on the in the Boundary Waters. And there's a spot down by this lake, some of the best fishing I've ever seen. We were there like 2 days before the opener. So we couldn't keep any of them. But one of our brother-in-laws, Jonah, caught like 14 lake trout that were like this big each. And next to this, it's like a Boundary Waters campsite. There is a little like stove someone made. It's like a big slab of stone on top of a bunch of other like bricks, and they built a little like natural stone oven. Dude, I kind of want to go back during the fishing season, catch a few lake trout, fillet them up, and cook them on top of a rock next to the lake. Yeah, like on an open flame. Wouldn't that sound
go fishing so bad right
now?
So
good, dude.
Want to go fishing so bad?
You need to go ice fishing, man.
I'm planning. Yeah, my foreman goes ice fishing. I'm gonna try to have him take me.
Yeah, do it.
So there's one of my new things. We'll talk about later.
Yeah,
and then
Oh, yes. Stay for the whole episode.
Jonah,
yeah,
wants me to go sturgeon fishing with him.
Ah, nice.
So
okay, that'd be cool.
Do that. You should come too.
Where do you catch
sturgeon? They catch it up in the rivers.
What?
Up by them.
Okay, they have some crazy fish up there.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture of the sturgeon Jonah caught?
No, I don't think so.
I'll show you. I will show
you
right now.
Did he catch it on that bridge they always go to?
Probably.
I've seen
the one where they stole his.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of stuff going on. Holy crap,
dude!
That it's like a 4-foot long fish.
Yeah. Camera, can you see? Sturgeon fishing. It's basically a shark.
It's wild.
Without teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
Which makes it better.
Yeah, it's cooler.
Could you imagine if it was this big and it was like a predator?
Oh, dude, it'd be scary.
I would not be swimming in lakes and rivers.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, man, that'd be fun.
But
go for it.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited to go fishing this next summer. One of my goals.
Sounds good. Maybe I'll try ocean fishing.
Dude, you should.
Kind of fun.
Get some mahi.
That maybe we should just talk about your journey next, because I kind of want to talk about that. Because, dude, ocean fishing terrifies me.
Okay.
Like nothing about that sounds fun, which is why
ocean fishing or like oceans.
Both.
Okay.
Kind of. I have like this long running phobia of like wide open water.
Let's do this. Let's do our show and tell first, which kind of leads into my next thing, which then can lead into what you want to do. Okay.
All right. Structure.
You go first.
I have some baby books here that crack me up. I don't know. I guess that's why I want to talk about them.
Tickle your brain.
I bought these for my son when he was born. We have Quantum Physics for Babies, Newtonian Physics for Babies, very good. Rocket Science for Babies, and this one is General Relativity for Babies. So,
your child will be smarter than I am at like age 3.
He does not care about these at all. He does not care.
He will.
I just thought it's funny to have Quantum Physics for Babies like next to his crib, and he's like drooling on himself and like poops everywhere. He's got like a classical science training.
Relativity.
So these are the Chris Ferry, what do they call them? There's a name for this series, but I forget what it's called. It's like
Baby Genius or something.
It's something like that. Baby University.
Oh, nice. Baby You.
Yeah. Baby You. It's a great idea. So these are like kind of a joke. We kind of sit around the house. People assume. I'm just hoping that like through osmosis he becomes smart because he's surrounded by smart sounding things.
Quantum physics explains.
Yep.
Step by step, basically, like goes down to like the very littlest, whatever.
Yep. Talks about
smallest detail, and then just kind of expands on how it works.
Yep. It's
in very simple terms.
It is for like a 3-month-old baby. It's pictures with like simple things. It's very much a baby book, but it happens to be like, accurate.
But these baby books, like us adults would benefit from just going through something super simple like this.
Just a reminder
just to understand like the concept.
What Newtonian physics means.
And even know what it is. I don't know what Newtonian physics is.
It's like the science of movement, like kinetic stuff.
Oh, so
sure. Like Isaac Newton had the apple fall from the tree and he's like, what is gravity? And he like kind of defined all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because before, like, they didn't really know what gravity was or like why it existed. Not why, but like what caused things to stick to the earth.
Have you seen the clip of the girl asking why they invented gravity?
No. Is this like a Miss USA something? Or?
No, this is like a man on the street or something, just like asking people random questions.
And the craziest answers.
Have you seen the guy where he'll ask a question and people will just say like something like totally wrong, and he'll just be like, "Oh yeah, yes,
you're right." Yeah, I think that guy.
The one I seen was like he goes up to this girl. He's like, "How many moons does the Earth have?" 6. Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
When was the War of 1812? Like 1825, right? Yes.
It's amazing. I wonder. Okay, because I've seen those too. Are people like that? Like, is the general population that dumb, or are they just on the spot and just like can't think? I don't know. I feel like if you put me on the spot, I'm not expecting you, and you walked up to me on the street, I'd probably like seize up and be like,
right.
I don't know. Yes, Barack is the 4th president, and
yeah,
like I don't know.
Obviously he selects the best of his clips. Yeah, but statistically, our education has gone way down.
Yeah, well,
so I don't think it's a majority, but I don't think it's very hard to find those people.
Yeah, true.
You know, I mean, he got all those clips in probably one night.
My goal in life.
He might have talked to 300 people to get 10 clips, but he found it in one night.
All on the same street.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
My goal in life is to not be one of those people. Have some knowledge.
Anytime you see a microphone, nope.
I don't know.
Not answering questions.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. What's your show and tell, man? What do you got?
Oh, yeah.
You have a book as well.
I got my first snowblower. I've never used a snowblower in my life. I got my first one last year.
I haven't had to use it yet.
I haven't either. And I also am going to be buying a fishing boat this spring.
Yes.
So, because I don't know anything about engines, I decided to buy myself a Briggs & Stratton small engine repair book.
That is to
go through.
That is a great idea.
Dude, it is so nice. It goes through like all the systems of a motor. It goes up, or it talks about how to like service them, and it gives you the times of like this project to changing oil. Time required 30 minutes, and then it gives you all like the details on how to do it and like why you should do it.
Dude, that's
servicing
a great
spark
idea.
Plugs, time required 15 minutes.
I need to do that.
You can read this after I'm done.
I should just get my own and keep it around.
You should get your own.
I'm going to reference it.
It's used.
Oh, okay.
But it Briggs & Stratton.
Yeah.
Timeless. Yeah. Small engines. You know.
I love that. That's okay.
So like my boat motor and snowblower and push mower and weed whip can all be applied to this.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. There's so many things like that I totally don't think about the fact that I could take an afternoon and probably learn so much valuable info. So I just don't think about that kind of stuff. Like I had the same thought. I bought a snowblower not too far from when you bought yours, and I have a lawnmower, and they're sitting in my garage, and I'm thinking this winter, like it's 20 below zero. They're probably like dying out there. There's like this much gas in the bottom. I probably could have done so many things to like add 10 years to the lifespan of these things. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll never know.
Yeah. Well, so my neighbor sold me his snowblower.
Okay.
And he like runs me through like how it works and stuff. And he's telling me how he tuned everything up. He's like, yeah, I got the carburetor out and I like cleaned it up real nice and like all this stuff. And
yeah.
Me as a man, I gotta just roll with it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, totally.
Gotta clean that carburetor.
Good job, man. Yeah. And I'm like, then I take it back home, and I'm like, what the frick is a carburetor? Like, I don't even know what it looks like. You know?
I'm in the same boat.
Like,
I'm the same exact.
Maybe it's embarrassing as a man to say this, but I just don't know.
Yep.
You know?
Me neither.
You don't know what you don't know. And I was never, like, mechanical, like, study was never, like, given to me.
Yeah. Well, okay. And it's one of those things, too, that, like, every man...
I'm a plumber.
Right.
I'm good with plumbing.
Yeah.
But I've, like, no, like, engine mechanical, like, knowledge, really. I can change my own oil.
Yeah.
I can put washer fluid in my car.
Cleaning a carburetor. Yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
No, it's a good opportunity to learn some stuff. I feel like, I don't know, that's something that every guy goes through, especially now that, like, we're at the stage in our life where we have our first kids, we have our first houses, our first garages, our first snowblowers. Like, our dad would do the same thing. Like, he probably had the same exact thing. Like, how do I take care of this engine? And he figured it out and learned how to do it. And
well, yeah, like our dads would just work on the car themselves.
Yep.
Maybe it'd take a couple days. Yep. But then they would save $500.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
That's one of those things
and spend $30 on parts.
Yeah. Yep. That's one of those things that I'm glad that we learned from, like, our dads and our grandpas. Like, I feel like I learned because my dad and grandpa, like, dove into any project. My dad is like me. He's a total computer nerd. He is not mechanically inclined in any way, shape, or form. But he figured out how to clean out the carburetor on his lawnmower and keeps it running. And he gets out in the shop and gets dirty, even though he hates it.
Yeah.
And I respect that. Like, I saw that as a kid, and I'm like, when something breaks.
Sorry.
Oh, very good. I was just like, when something breaks, you go out there and you fix it. If you don't know how to fix it, you learn how to fix it. If it's something that's critical and dangerous, like your furnace goes out in the winter, you call us a pro, maybe.
Anything with gas.
Yes. But for stuff like that, like, don't be afraid to dive in and try it, even though it's outside of your comfort zone.
Watch a YouTube video. Watch a 5-minute YouTube video. Fix it yourself. Save yourself some money.
I don't do this. But I think it's good to know, like, I can do it, but I don't do it, like, all the time. I think it's good to know how to, like, change your oil in your car. And I just replaced all the brakes in my sweet minivan.
Nice. I've never done that myself. I should do that with you sometime.
Sure.
When my car needs it.
It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few things that you just kind of learn as you're doing it. And I had one bolt that wouldn't come off. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And, like, almost stripped. Oh, I was so close to just, like, smoothing over.
Dude.
But yeah, I'd love to help you out with that, man.
Yeah,
it's kind of a process. Like, it's not that bad, but it takes a little while.
Do you have a jack?
My dad does.
Okay, so you just take it to his place.
Yeah,
nice.
So I was gonna bring it up to our in-laws, but then we didn't end up going up there for whatever reason. I forget what happened. Wedding, I guess. But
life.
So I took it to if you need to. My dad has a heated shop. Okay, it's not far from where we live, so
nice.
You can go. I just called him up. I'm like, hey, can I use your shop? And he's like, yep, I'll go crank the heat and pull it in there. He's got a bunch of lights and jacks and kind of every tool you'd need is piled up on the side there. Including, like, what was it called? Like a spray, like rust breakdown stuff.
Rust-Oleum?
No, Rust-Oleum.
Rusties?
No, what is it called? Liquid wrench, it was called.
Liquid wrench.
I'm like, I need some way to break this bolt free. And I look in the bag and there's a can of liquid wrench. I'm like, that sounds right. I'm like, I'll just spray, like, who knows how much onto this bolt.
You could take a torch. You could heat the nut up too.
That's true. Yeah.
Were you taking a bolt out or a nut off the bolt?
I was taking a bolt out.
Okay.
Because it was the brake calipers. Like, there's like a clamp around the brake caliper and there's two bolts
torch probably would help
attach it to that was, I don't know, I was hoping it wouldn't get to that point because I have no clue what to do beyond spray a little bit of that stuff on there. But sprayed it on there, went inside, had a cup of coffee, came back out like half hour later and it broke free.
Dude, that's crazy.
I know, it was like caked in stuff because my van's like 13 years old now. So it just had like a decade plus worth of crud like built up on there, and like everything down there became one piece. It was two bolts and like two pieces that fit together, and it was all one.
Yeah.
Dang. Anyways, I don't know how we got on this topic. Fixing a cars.
Fixing a engine, small engine repair. So that leads me into. Sorry, do you have something to say? Nope. That leads me into doing things I've never done before. That was like one of my goals this year, was to, as often as I could, try to do something I've never done before. So
cool.
Tomorrow, you and I and our fam is going to an escape room.
Yep.
That's something I've never done before.
Yep. I'm excited about it.
A couple weeks ago, I sang for church.
Oh, yeah.
That was super fun. I've never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to go ice fishing for the first time this winter.
You've never ice fished?
I've never ice fished in my life.
Interesting. Okay.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Because I love going summer fishing.
It's funny that...
But my dad didn't like ice fishing either, but he loved summer fishing. He's like, it's just too cold. Like, miserable.
I get it.
But
okay. Yeah, good for you, man. Do it. Go try try stuff out.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have stories to share with you guys.
I know. Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's like, you're going to build memories for your kids and stuff. It's...
Right. And like, so I just bought a new car. It's got a hitch on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be buying a boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I'll have the boat at my house. Normally, this boat I'm buying is at my parents'. And it just stays there. And I can like go to my parents' house and like use it when I want. But actually having this boat at my house, dude, I'm going to go out like
every day,
2 to 3 times a week. Like even in the weekdays. I hope to.
Just like take an evening.
Oh, yeah.
Nice summer evening.
Just go out for like an hour.
Go out on the boat.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun, dude. I know how much you love boating and fishing. That's like where you're happy.
Dude, it's like my zen.
That's your therapy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love fishing. It's like yoga, except I still get to kill something.
Is that Ron Swanson?
Yeah.
We just started watching Parks and Rec.
They're good. Except like the last season.
Trash. Dude, that's pretty much any show.
They go like way into the future and they have like these holographic phones and like everybody's gay and like, yeah, it's real weird.
They ran out of ideas.
Really weird. Yeah.
Well, we're on season 2 and it's great. It's still good.
All the seasons are pretty good except the last one.
Okay. The first one was pretty like mid.
Yeah,
like,
figuring it out.
Nothing happens. I'm like, this is not funny. And then season 2, I'm like, finally, like the other night we were watching the first few episodes of season 2. I'm like, okay, this is funny now.
Yeah.
Like they have some good jokes. Like we just got to the one where Ron has like a hernia. He's just in the office the whole day. And he's like, are you ready to leave? I was born ready. I'm Ron F. Swanson. And then she wheels him out on the car.
Wheels him out on the computer chair.
Yeah. And he's like screaming the whole time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Working late? Mm-hmm.
Could you bring me my lunch? And it's like 1 foot away.
Is this some sort of power trip? No. Did you give me my lunch?
I heard that I saw like an interview with someone who created it, one of the creators. And they said that they like the girl who plays April, she auditioned for one of the parts. I forget which one. And they did not want her for that part, but they said in this interview, it's like, she was so weird, we had to give her something. So we just made her like an intern. It's like she was the weirdest actress I've ever seen.
She is weird.
And we had to get her in the show. I was like, what? That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, they were almost going to cut Andy after the first season.
Really?
But then they found out that like the fans loved him so much that they kept him for like the next season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that why he's just like homeless in the second season for a while? Because they're like,
I don't know.
That's where I'm at in the show. So he's like in the pit.
You'll notice partway through the series, he stops like being fat and he gets like super jacked.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
yes, dude.
Yeah. There's like a reference. He's like, Ben's like, dude, Andy, how'd you get like so fit? And he's like, oh, all I did was like stop drinking beer. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, that's it. And then later he's like talking to his wife. He's like, April, you've made me the happiest man in the galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
A little reference there. Also, spoiler, he marries April. Excuse me, I didn't know this. You've ruined Parks and Rec. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. It makes a lot of sense.
You already knew that.
Yeah, I didn't, but it's okay. It's
so
okay.
Sorry.
I'm the only person on the planet who hasn't seen Parks and Recreation yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's okay.
Spoiler was 12 years ago.
I know. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry. I feel really bad.
It's okay. It's fine. Just don't tell me who dies.
Okay.
Little Sebastian dies. I know that one.
Candles in the wind.
Oh, man.
So, sorry.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Yes.
We want to do that we've never done before, bringing to you deep sea fishing. Tell me.
Yes. So we were talking about this literally 2 minutes before I started recording because you said you're going to talk about this journey you're on, this journey of discovery.
This journey of getting out of my comfort zone.
I'm going to hype this way.
Doing something new that I've never done before.
You are a man on the precipice of the future. And it begins.
I was like, this can either go really good or really bad for me.
I'm gonna make this so much more drama than it needs to be. You're looking out into the abyss. I had the opportunity to go. I have coming soon. Sorry, I don't know what that was. It's late. It's been a long week. I have a lot of caffeine in me. I am going to the ocean.
The moon.
I'm going to the moon. Goodbye. I'm going to the ocean, and I'm going to have the opportunity to go deep sea fishing, possibly. And that idea terrifies me because of two things.
Okay.
The first reason why is I'm really bad at fishing. I'm really just inherently unable to fish correctly, despite having head knowledge for how to do it. I think there's something wrong with me.
You have no instincts.
I have no instincts. And I used to be good. When I was like a teenager, I was good. I lost it. So, because of that, and it's also maybe just inexperienced.
Sure.
Let's put it that way. I'm inexperienced. So going from hardly fishing beyond like the local pond to deep sea fishing is a big leap. And I have an overwhelming phobia of open water.
Deep water?
Yeah. I have thalassophobia.
Water where you can't see the bottom?
I have thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia.
Hang on. I know this.
Hydrophobia.
Thalassophobia is the persistent and intense fear of deep bodies of water. Though closely related, should not be confused with aquaphobia, classified as a fear of water itself. I'm not afraid of water. I'm not afraid of
rabies.
I'm not afraid of water. I'm afraid of big water.
Deep water.
Big water.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being...
fear of like sharks.
Not really. Shark attacks are very rare.
90% of shark attacks happen in shallow water. That's because that's where 90% of the people are.
Yeah. You have a higher likelihood of getting killed in the car ride to the boat than getting killed by a shark, I think.
Sorry, go on.
I'm not afraid of being like on a boat or like out on the water. But if I was to be in the water, like swimming in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, I would probably have a panic attack.
Yeah. See, I feel you there.
If I was like treading water and it's ocean around me and the boat's like over there, like a little ways even, I would probably start having a full-on panic attack.
Yeah. I understand. I understand.
And especially if I was like, I
get anxiety swimming in Minnesota lakes.
Oh, okay. So maybe we're similar in this then. I hate snorkeling because seeing what's down there and not seeing what's around me is terrifying to me.
Yeah, like the fear of like getting in the water and like you can only see like 50 feet in front of you, and then just like the thought of like a great white like emerging. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So that like,
or like when you're in the water, you can't see what's behind you because you can't see what's behind you anyways.
All of your
is there like a shark sneaking up on me?
There you go.
Those things are freaking fast.
You get it, man.
I understand.
So I have that, but it's maybe cranked up like, well, maybe not. Maybe you're the same, but more than most people. So I was talking to a friend of mine. Actually, well, I have two stories about this that kind of like, if you hearing this story like makes your skin crawl, then you probably have the same thing as me. Okay. Friend of mine was scuba diving and like off the coast of, I don't know, the Atlantic coast, so in Florida somewhere.
Okay.
Scuba diving, or no, California. So it would have been the Pacific, right?
Yes.
California coast. Scuba diving, and it was like evening, so it was dark, and they were like diving to this specific boulder underground that they could only see if they like got down far enough. Then they got close, they could see it. And there was somewhere around there was a sea lion like bothering them. So he said he was down there. It was almost pitch black. They could just barely see this like boulder underwater. And then every once in a while, they'd see this sea lion like come up to them and like swim away. Or they'd turn around and it would be right here. And it would like bubble and like go away. Like it was just checking them out. It wasn't dangerous, but it was like checking him out. And he's like, yeah, man, we kept like going back down there. I'm like, I can't see anything. It's like pitch black. And then this sea lion's like kind of just always next to me. And I'm like, the whole time I'm like about to puke. I was so like terrified for him.
See, I would have thought like the sea lion's trying to like get me out of there. Cause like they've done that before. Well, sea lions will like try to warn like
dolphins do that, dude.
Swimmers to like get out of there, get out. There's like a shark or something, which is pretty cool that those animals would do that.
Really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. If I saw like a friendly animal, I'd be like, what's about to kill me?
Right. I'm going to stay by your side, please.
And then I was talking to my uncle, and he loves scuba diving. It's like one of his favorite things ever.
One?
This is my mom's brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah. So he loves scuba diving. He's telling me about how he was scuba diving in the ocean. He was way down deep and it was dark, and he couldn't see like anything. And he like turned around, and right behind him was a squid. Wait, whatever inks. Squid's ink, right?
Squid's ink. I think octopuses do too.
Okay. It's either a squid or an octopus, but something was like literally right there, like right here.
Yeah.
And he didn't see it till he turned around, and it inks and swims away. And so he's in this cloud of ink, and he cannot see like this close. Like he cannot see his hand this close in front of him. And he's under the water, and he's like, doesn't know which direction is up anymore. Like nothing makes sense because he's in the scuba gears. He's like weighted down, and
bro,
I couldn't do it. I could never do that. I tried to snorkel in Lake Mille Lacs up in northern Minnesota because my uncle had a cabin there for a while, and like just snorkeling and like seeing like a bunch of like boulders and like full trees like under the water, I like panicked, dude.
Right?
I like can't do it.
Dude. So. Yeah. Like I think I'm finally getting over my fear of like Minnesota lakes because like I finally know and realize that there's nothing in Minnesota lakes that will like attack you and can hurt you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. It's true. There's nothing to really be afraid of.
Right. But even like still like I'll jump in a lake and I'm like, shark? What? It's like, what? No, there's no sharks here.
Shark.
Dude. Shark. It's like this, I don't know, this instinct born with. Maybe humans are born with it.
Maybe. Anyways, so maybe I'll go fishing. Maybe I'll drown in the ocean. That's my.
I was at a wedding earlier last year, and I was talking to this guy who does like scuba diving all the time, and I'm like, dude, aren't you like scared that when you're looking at something with all like your gear on, you can only see this much, that something's gonna like swim up behind you that you can't see? And he's like, no, I've never ever thought about that.
Oh, weird.
And I'm like, what?
That's
like my first thought.
That was the moment I thought about the water, I thought about something behind me.
Yeah. Bro,
I don't know. Maybe just I don't know. I wonder what causes that. Like what causes the lack of that? I feel like that's like a normal instinct for me to be like slightly nervous about what's behind me. Like leftover from the old days, like living in the wilderness, you know, like back when people lived in tribes and like, you know, we didn't have all the
their uncle got eaten by a shark, and now it's like passed on through the genes like, as like a core memory,
like mauled by a boar in the woods.
Oh yeah,
you know, on their way back to the camp. You know, like you think about just like Bible times and Bible stories, and they're like, you know, just beasts in the wilderness. Like
we have like built-in like warning like instincts. So I'm sure some people have like different warning instincts than we do, and ours is like,
I don't know,
deadly fish.
It's true.
You know,
maybe the guy who doesn't care that something's swimming behind him in the ocean like has crippling stage fright. I don't know.
Or maybe he's.
But
like,
also, I also have crippling stage fright. So like, am I just like the worst person? Like the worst combination?
Am I just scared of everything?
Am I just a paranoid person?
I think what
happened in my past?
I think everyone has stage fright. Just some people have been on stage more than others.
I think that my family history. Well, I know this. My family history has a lot of anxiety in it. Like,
dude, my dad preaches every Sunday.
Yeah, he does.
And every Sunday, his shirt is just soaked.
Yep.
Yeah.
He mentioned that to me once. He's like, it never gets easier.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for like 14, 15 years.
He does such a good job.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does do a good job.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
anyways.
fear of deep water.
I bet like our phobias and these fears we have are just inexperience. Like maybe if I like went scuba diving like by the second or third time, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is fine.
I think this is what would have to happen is like we would need like little bites at a time.
Yeah.
Like, Andrew, you and I are going to go to the Gulf and we're going to go walk into the ocean and snorkel for like every day for a week. And then we're going to go onto a boat 200 feet out in like 15 feet of water. And we're going to go with like 6 guys and all 6 of us are going to go down.
There we go.
You know, that's not so bad.
We need to
daylight only.
Ease into it. Ease into it.
Right. Then once you're comfortable, then you kind of learn how like fish work maybe. And
yeah, that's a good idea.
Little bites. You can't just jump in.
I think, well, yeah. And as with anything, if you do something that's hard, things that are difficult are rewarding. So maybe I would like love it. And one thing that I do actually, I should actually do this while we're in Florida. I've always wanted to go surfing. Like,
you know what's funny? I'm like, I've wanted to go surfing so bad, and it's something I really want to do, but I'm so scared.
I'm scared of the water.
Like, the water. I like need someone out there with me.
This is why I might be good at it, dude. Because I get out there and I'm like, I gotta get back to land. Yeah. I'd hop on that thing.
Dude, you'd get up every time.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
On every wave.
Surfing looks like so much fun. I think I could maybe like stomach my fear of the water. If it's like on the beach and I'm like swimming out like 100 feet, I could handle that. Be okay. And as long as there's people around, that'd be fine. I think I could do that.
Yeah.
But I really want to go surfing.
Dude, so I have this really bad fear, like we're talking about.
Yep.
When I grew up, I couldn't touch a fish.
Oh, really?
I caught like a sunny back when I was 8, 9.
Yeah.
I held it on the line. And from the one end of the lake to the other end, it stayed out of the water on my line because I couldn't take it off. I was so scared.
Funny.
My dad wouldn't do it for me. I like flopped off on its own like when we got to the dock.
Yeah.
But I've been like terrified until like the last like 5 years. And I've actually embraced it and I love it now.
Yeah.
But we took this trip to South Africa and went to beaches a lot. And there was this one beach. We're like walking out there. It's our first day. I stubbed my toe on a brick under the sand, tears the whole front of my toe off, bleeding. And I'm like, dude, sharks smell blood from like over a mile away. And it's in the Indian Ocean, South Africa, warm water, sharks everywhere. And they just had a bunch of like rain and storms. So the shark nets had risen. So there had warnings out saying sharks might have gotten like underneath these nets.
Oh, dude.
Bro, I was so terrified. But there was a group of us. So I'm like, I can't just like hang out on the beach and like be by myself all lonely. Like I gotta be with my people.
Yeah.
We'd go into the ocean and like jump the waves. And I like positioned myself like in the middle of like 5 of us. And I'm like, hey, they're gonna take one of the people on the edges.
You don't need to outrun the shark. Just be the fastest one in the group.
For real.
Or don't be the slowest. Oh man, dude. That's funny. That's terrifying. Dude, last time I went to Florida, last time I swam in the ocean, I had a similar, I wasn't worried about sharks because we were on the Gulf.
Dude,
but
you should be worried about sharks on the Gulf.
Well, I wasn't for whatever reason.
Okay.
I should have been maybe, but I was too worried about I tore my toe open on a piece of rusty steel in the Gulf.
Tetanus.
Oh, dude, I was like, I guess that's what I was more worried about. Like, I can feel my jaw, it's locking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we were like, this is on our honeymoon.
Oh.
So this is a year and a half ago? 2 years ago? Almost 2 years ago. No, a year and a half. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, we were like just swimming like on one of the beaches and just happily swimming along, beautiful day. And I saw this thing like floating, or not floating, it was on the bottom. It was maybe like 10 feet deep where we were. So it wasn't super deep. And I could just see this like rusty piece of something.
You guys were like snorkeling or what?
No, we had like a floating like thing. We were just like soaking up the sun.
Oh.
And I was like Hannah was like laying on the mattress and I was just paddling her around. We were just having fun on the beach or the water. And
10 feet deep? That's pretty deep.
Well, it didn't seem that deep. Like we could touch until most of the way out.
Yeah.
So it was like 5-6 feet and then it got a little bit deeper where we were. So we were like paddling on this floaty. Okay. But something, I don't know what it was. Something like it looked rusty, maybe it wasn't, but it was sharp. Something like big, like the size of this table, like and maybe like 4 or 5 feet tall was down there, and it just looked like a piece of a ship or something. Like it had like a hole in it, and there's like a flat piece, and then like a jagged piece. It just looked like a piece of metal.
Yeah,
and I was like, oof, gotta avoid that. And then I was like propped up on this floaty, like kicking, like paddling ourselves around. I did not know where I was. Didn't know I was going right over that thing. And I kicked my big toe, like sliced against it. And I just felt like this sting. I'm like, oh no. And I looked down, and sure enough, I'm right above this like giant piece of something.
bro.
And I was like, oh crap. And I just like quick.
Dude, my first thought would have been like, a shark is like trying to bite my toe.
Well, there was like 150 people out in the water.
Okay.
All around us. So
Still.
I wasn't too worried about it. I was more worried about tetanus because like, what the heck is this thing?
Yeah.
It's just covered in like barnacles and algae, and it's sharp. And so I still have a scar on my toe.
Bro.
It's like the skin immediately turned black. I don't know what that was about. But there's like a gash like this big, like sliced open my toe on the side. And all the flesh around it was pitch black, and it was like bleeding like crazy. So we went to the ER, and I got a tetanus shot, and they stitched it up and put like this cleaning. They like cleaned it out. They like scrubbed it.
Bro.
So I was sitting there with my foot like sticking out there, and he's like, "This is not going to be fun, but it needs to be done." So like I had this like my toe is like wide open, and he like puts this like, I don't know what it was, some heavy duty cleaning, antibacterial, antimicrobial.
Did he put
stuff?
like anesthesia on it at all? Numbing?
He did.
Numbing drops?
He did, because he was going to stitch it up. He did that by poking a needle into the wound and injecting it with anesthesia.
Dude, I know that feeling. They've done that with my mouth. Here, we're going to put some anesthesia, but let's take this needle and...
For whatever reason, he didn't use like local. I don't. Maybe it's because it was like a gaping wound, and that was like the way to do it quick. But so first he like put this stuff on it and like scrubbed it out, and then he stuck it with a needle and injected the numbing stuff into it, and then scrubbed it out more and put like antibacterial stuff all over it, and then stitched it closed. And I could still like, it didn't hurt too much at that time, but like the skin around it was numb, but like close to the bone, because it was deep. It's like this deep. Bro. That was not numb.
Yeah.
So he's sticking a needle in there to like stitch it up, and I'm just like, half of this hurts excruciatingly badly.
Yeah.
The other half's numb.
Dude.
So he closed it up, and then he's like, nice, we're done. Time for your tetanus shot. Like, okay. So then he comes up to my shoulder and sticks me in the shoulder, and I'm just like, it's my honeymoon.
Yeah. This is so nice. Did he tell you like move your arm around a lot so it doesn't like
I knew
lock
that.
up?
I knew.
Yeah.
He like mentioned that to me, but I knew like it hurts if you tense. So I was sitting there. He was worried about me because I was sitting there, and my left side, because he did my right shoulder as my right toe, my right big toe. My left side was like so tense, like veins were popping, and like my toes were like wiggling, and I was like just like doing this, and my right side like perfectly still, like limp. It's like I knew, so I'm like, I'm gonna do everything I can. I did not move my toe the tiniest bit, but everything else was like wiggling.
So funny.
And he's like, so what brought you to Florida? I'm like, it's our honeymoon. We've been married for 3 days. It's the greatest moment of my life. I've never been happier.
Dude, it's always, those types of things always happen on like your vacations or honeymoons.
It's still a black spot.
But
it used to be like this big.
Dang, that's crazy.
So it's like, it's been black for a year and a half.
Dude, that's crazy. Something's in there. It's a worm.
No.
Just sitting there.
I don't know. It's just dead skin.
Yeah.
They cleaned it up. I had zero complications. I didn't even get like the slightest bit sick. They gave me an antibiotic. I took a few of them, but I felt totally fine. I didn't take very many.
Yeah.
And
no, dude, it's crazy out there. Even in the Gulf. Sarah and I took a trip, just us.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just us. No, we went with you and Amy.
Yeah.
But you guys got sick off Chipotle.
We got so sick.
Me and Sarah went to the beach by ourselves. And Sarah's like, I just want a tan. And so I went out, and I was way out there. I was still touching, but it's like a super like shallow grade. I was way out there though, swimming around, snorkeling, blah blah blah, for like an hour. Come back in, walk up to the pier, which is like 100 feet away.
Yeah,
dudes are like reeling up sharks, like this big, like hammerheads and like bull sharks and stuff.
No way.
And like I walk further out, and this dude like hauls up this Goliath grouper, and I'm like, and then on the other side,
you were just
other dude hauls up a stingray.
Holy
I'm like,
crap, dude!
I was swimming with all these things by myself.
You did not know you were in like an episode of Planet Earth.
Yeah, bro, I was like terrified. I'm like, I'm never swimming out there that far out, kicking, splashing, sending vibrations out to the sharks by myself again. Like, dude, that actually kind of scared me. Especially like terrifying. The stingrays, bro.
Yeah, that's
like the sharks. Scary. They're like this big, but
you can end up like the crocodile hunter, man.
Probably can't kill me.
Yeah,
but it could mess me up.
Stingray could kill you easy.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna stick you with that barb. Yeah, be like the crocodile hunter, man.
Do you know he wasn't killed from the poison? Because aren't they poisonous?
Yeah, it was a wound, right?
Yeah, it stabbed him in the heart.
Oh, dude, insane.
Yeah,
insane. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want any part of that. Yeah, I remember that, man. And I was at home.
That's
crazy. I was at the house.
That was a really big deal because he was like, wasn't he like man of the year a bunch and stuff like that?
He was like, I remember we watched the show as kids. He was like a celebrity, like everywhere, like global celebrity.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, one of the good celebrities.
Mm-hmm. His son is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I know. That's actually
it's like cool he's just like his dad.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool to see the zoo. Like there's some fun videos coming out of that zoo and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. While you were getting chased by stingrays, I was back at the cabin puking my guts out from salmonella poisoning.
Some bad Chipotle.
Which
we could have gotten in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Went all that way to get.
You're like, why did
we even go to Chipotle?
We went to like all that super fancy Publix, and there's a Chipotle inside the Publix, I think.
No,
or like attached to it.
No, it was in a mall. It was next to a Whole Foods.
Okay, so we went to Whole Foods.
We went to Chipotle.
Oh, okay, you're right. You're right.
I don't know why we didn't go somewhere that isn't around where we live, but I got massive salmonella food poisoning.
I felt so bad for you, bro.
From the steak. I couldn't even drink water, dude. I was throwing up water.
That's the worst.
And then I was also like severely sunburned.
Yeah.
So I was like nauseous, puking everything up, and then like blistering, peeling. I felt like Job, man. I was like Job. If I had a family, I would have lost it.
Anyway. If you had cattle, you would have lost them too.
My cattle. Oh man, that was a rough couple
At least
days.
your friends didn't come to you telling you all the things you did that were wrong.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. Anyways.
Other than you shouldn't have eaten Chipotle.
Yeah. Why did you eat the steak? Why did you get the steak?
Why did you get the steak? You always get chicken.
I left a review on that Chipotle.
Yeah.
I was like, pretty good food. Nice Chipotle. I got salmonella and almost died. It's on the Google reviews now.
Did they reply?
We're so sorry. Yes, they did. We're so sorry you had a poor experience. I got like an email from like some like
AI automated.
I think it was a dude. Maybe it wasn't. But they offered me like a gift card and all this stuff. I'm like, whatever. It was.
I don't want to eat at Chipotle anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, give me a gift card for what's another one? Pancheros.
Yeah.
I'm not going back.
Bluestone.
I'm never going back. So, dude, and to this day, that was 5 years ago, right? It was like 2018.
Can't eat Chipotle.
I still don't like Chipotle.
I understand.
I just get
it's rough.
I get a feeling every time I look at Chipotle now. I haven't been back. I have not been back.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
That's okay. They've gotten expensive. I moved on.
Yeah. It's kind of the same way with like me and Jimmy John's.
I trust Taco Bell more than Chipotle now.
Taco Bell's great. I love Taco Bell.
It's great. It's good. It's just funny that like I'll go to Taco Bell over Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
Chipotle is supposed to be like the authentic, like, you know, real ingredients, and Taco Bell is like manufactured food.
Yeah. Mass produced
but
in China somehow.
I love it.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Jimmy John's. That same thing happened to me.
Oh yeah.
I ate a gargantuan sub from Jimmy John's for work. Big huge sub. Chugged it. Went home, picked up the fam, went up and went to play softball. 5 minutes from softball, I'm like,
wow.
Pull the car over, just puke my guts out. And I'm like, softball starts in 15 minutes. I'm 5 minutes away.
What do I do?
I didn't ask for a sub, and they get all pissy if you don't show up and you didn't like request a sub and give them heads up, because that means you're like shorting them a player. Okay. You know? And so I'm like, I have to show up. Like, I have to like, I can't just like not play. Mm-hmm. I go there, my first at bat, first pitch, boom, home run.
Nice.
Play in the outfield. I could barely run, bro. My stomach was like churning. I threw up 3 more times while playing softball.
Holy cow.
And played through like the night.
That's impressive.
It was so rough.
That's impressive.
Bro.
I would have left and been like, this is not a championship game.
It wasn't. I like went to the bathroom. I like stumbled in the bathroom and like threw up like on the wall.
Oh no, dude.
And like came back out like all white and like sat down, and my teammate's like, did you just throw up? And I'm like, he's like, you did throw up. I'm like,
no.
Ain't I up to bat yet?
Jeez.
It was
holy cow.
It was terrible, but it was one of the proudest moments of my life.
So you powered
hitting
through?
A home run.
Powered through
with like food poisoning or stomach flu, whatever it was.
You were literally dying.
Literally.
That's dedication, man.
It was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Crazy.
Oh man. Man, this has been good. Let's wrap it up. We've been over an hour, dude.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about video games this time, and we've been over an hour.
Video games. We'll get it. I want to talk about, well, first I kind of want to go through the Halo community update. Watch it, whatever. Maybe react to it. Okay. We could react to it. Sure. Otherwise, that's a big subject I want to talk about.
Okay, sounds good. So. Let's take like a little break. I'm about to explode. I need to pee so bad.
Okay.
So let's do that and switch gears over to.
Do you want to continue, or should we just wrap this up?
No. Do you want to talk about gaming now or save it?
We can be done now. I still need to watch that live stream. I don't have like any content.
Thanks for tuning in to Double Tads episode 11.
Thanks, guys.
And
it's been great spending some time with you again.
Yeah, we'll be back soon. More stories.
We'll be back.
I don't know.
Hey, the new year has started.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back into the rhythm of it.
Yes, sir.
It will happen.
Drop a comment if you're trying something new this year. Let us know if you're stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a new year. What are your resolutions?
Give us ideas of new things we can do.
And we'll record it. And then...
If it's really good, we will record it.
We will show you. Talk about it. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in, and come back soon for more.
Good night.
See you, dude.
You okay over there?
Woo! I have so much turmoil.